Welcome to the Mischief Maker broadcast, where chaos, creativity, and common sense collide. Your host, Joel Freeman, was kicked out of high school in Alberta, Canada. He left home at 17 and hitchhiked around North America as a long-haired hippie and dope-smoking fool. He made a 180-degree change, becoming one of the first chaplains in the history of the NBA. As a professional speaker, Joel has traveled to well over 55 countries. His many books have been published in 28 foreign translations. Pieces from his Black History collection have been seen by millions at the United Nations and many other venues. And now, the Chief Mischief Maker himself, Dr. Joel A. Freeman.
Hi, Teenager Joel here. You know, at the age of 62, my grandma started walking 10 miles a day. But we're getting concerned. She's 92 now, and we have no idea where she is. Okay, there's Teenager Joel weighing in on 92-year-old grandma. I got on my shoulder here something called the Jack Johnson belt. This is a belt that I designed. And I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's honoring Jack Johnson, the boxer. He's the first black heavyweight champion. For the viewers in Australia, you may have remembered the information about him. And he won the championship, and he won the championship in 1908. And it just is, let's see here. I think we got some problems. Are we back?
Hi, everybody. I'm waiting for Joel to come back online. Hey, Mark, your mic's off, Mark. Turn your mic on, Mark.
There we go.
There you go. Now? There you go. Now you're good. Yeah, Joel, he probably disconnected his camera somehow. He'll be back in a few minutes. I can play. Let me see. Let me play. I'm history. Something Joel put up. It'll give us about three minutes. Here he is. Here's the Mischief Maker himself.
Here we are. Are we back? You want to start again? Are we live?
It says we are live.
Okay. Well,
that's what happens in the live world, man. Well, that's how it goes.
Well, folks, you have just witnessed I guess we could call it a technical difficulty on this end, and we're coming right back. I guess right now what we'll do is play the song we're going to play. It's called I'm History, and I'm sick and tired of repeating myself. So Mel.
I'm history, and I'm sick and tired of repeating myself. Been watching for centuries, seen it all unfold. Humans are humans, all from the same mold. I was there when Satan swelled with pride. I was also there when Jesus died. Been watching Africa, Israel, and Algeria, Russia, China, Persia, and Syria, England, Rome, the Huns and Bombay, Turkey, Greece, France, and the USA. From slavery's dark days to civil rights fought, Black history's chapters, battles hard fought, segregation, discrimination we must remember. But it's time to unite and make amends together. One thing I've seen since I was just a teen, a lot of good people outweigh the few evil. Break the chains, break the cycle, let's move forward, let love be our revival. No more repeating the mistakes of the past, it's time for change, let's make it last. Tired, let's break free and embrace uncomfortability. No more ignoring, let's heal the divide. Learn from our past, let love be our guide. In America's story, chapters filled with pride, but also deliberate acts of shame we won't hide. Native land stolen, oppression and pain. It's time to acknowledge, it's time to reclaim. From the Civil War to battles for justice and peace, the fight for equality will never cease. We can't erase the past, but we can grow. Let's build a future where the truth will glow. I'm sick and tired of repeating myself, but hope lingers on, it's time to delve into a world where history's lessons we've learned. Let's rewrite the future, let humanity be earned. Break the change, break the cycle, let's move forward, let God bring revival. No more repeating the mistakes of the past. It's time for change, let's make it last. Break the chains, break the cycle, let's move forward, let God bring revival. No more repeating the mistakes of the past. It's time for change, let's make it last.
That was a song that I wrote. It first was designed to be a spoken word type of a project. And then what happened is I began to, the lyrics that began to take on music, and it all became a song. So we have both versions of that available. We have with us MRKSX. Name is Mark Brown, but we're going with MRKSX so that he's more easily found on the internet. But any time that you want to get a hold of anyone that we have on the show, just go to the QR code above or go to chiefmischiefmaker.com, and that'll take you to the whole panoramic view of the show. Why do we call it the Mischief Maker Show? What's the definition of a mischief maker? And all that kind of stuff that involves inquiring minds. It's all there on that website. So before I officially introduce MRKSX, I want you to watch a 3-minute video that I think has had well over 3 million views on various platforms in total. and it's called Confessions of a Failed Family Man. And we're going to talk a little bit about that this evening and some other aspects on the show today. And we welcome all the viewers from all around the world. And here we are. Let's play that video right now.
When my son's name was called to come on stage and get his diploma, I must have screamed so loud I gave myself a headache. When I got finished screaming, about 20 yards away, I heard another man screaming. It was his stepfather. Put a pin in that. When I was growing up, nobody came to anything. When I wrote the play for Crispus Attucks, in which I starred in third grade, nobody came. When I graduated basic training, nobody came. When I was in Japan, I offered to buy plane tickets and to put people in hotels and show them around. For the 10 years just about I was there, nobody came. So I made a conscious decision when I had children, to make sure that I would be there for everything, that nothing would be too small, because I didn't want them to feel that. I wanted them to know that they were special enough for somebody to take time to just simply sit and be there and watch them. They have a stepfather. He's a weightlifter, bodybuilder. It has inspired my older son to do the same. He's a jiu-jitsu master. It inspired my youngest son to be in the martial arts. He's taken them around the world. He's fished with them. He has hunted with them. He has gone hiking with them. They love him very much. On the day in which my son graduated high school with a 4.6 full ride and a full ride to Georgia Tech, this was the day that I have been dreaming of. And it was here. And I had to share it with that man. I don't know how to do many of the things that he does with them. And I am so grateful that they have him. Because who would we be as men if we had a number of good men that we looked up to and that we didn't want to disappoint? Thank you, Brandon, for being in my kid's life. Much love to you, bro. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Mark, wow. The first time I saw that, and even now, it just sucked the air out of my lungs. Just your honesty, your transparency, your vulnerability to put something like that, just to even think about that and to put it out like that. What's going on inside of you right now as you watch that again?
It feels like the day I did it. That was probably the fourth video I did in that series. I had been doing these videos called Confessions of a Failed Family Man. I about 2 years ago, my third marriage ended, and I was quiet for a year. I didn't say anything publicly. Things got really quiet around me. And then when I came back to life, when I relaunched all my pages and everything, it was like my life was frozen in time. It was all of the photos from my previous marriage, like everything was still there. And as I was going through those things, deleting each photo, each video, preparing now to be who I would be moving forward, I had to walk back through my life, and in doing that, erasing it one video, one photo at a time from, forward all the way back. There was a competing narrative because I was seeing all of this joy and all of this happiness, but I wasn't feeling joy, and it was like I was looking at a stranger. And And I say that as in context to this time, right? I was just feeling very open, very vulnerable. And it had become very clear to me that my children's stepfather was a magnificent role model for them. And in a parallel universe, we'd probably be friends. Right? Like, I mean, like he's like a good guy. He's a really solid guy. And it was at a so the thing that led me to make that video wasn't that story. The thing that led me to make that video was at a jiu-jitsu tournament. I went to go see my son. My son's 14 and he does jiu-jitsu. I didn't even know Brandon influenced him or inspired him to do that. I had no idea. We've been taking him to practice for years. I didn't know it was Brandon that got him into it. The reason why I found out was because I thought his dojo sponsored a mat at this tournament. It turns out that wasn't it at all. My son had just signed up to get into just an open tournament, and you need a coach for these things. And Brandon sat down in the coaching seat, and my son went out on the mat, and Brandon's talking to my son is pent down on the ground doing jiu-jitsu, and I don't know what to tell my son. And Brandon is talking my son through this, and my son is trusting him and watching him, and then my son wins the match, and that's when it broke. Broke. As soon as the match was over, I pulled Brandon to the side. We went over to the side. I just let it out on him. I just, man, thank you, bro. Like, it was a weight that I was carrying that I just didn't need to carry anymore. I didn't need to carry it anymore. And it felt so good to get it off my shoulders. And you worry. I know you don't have any experience, but I'm just saying in general, you worry when you don't work out with a woman that you have children with. You worry about who they will be around. You worry about this. And I'm like everybody else, I was worried about that, who would be around my children. And it started happening. They would come, when it was my time to have them, they would show up. They might have little pins or little hats. And I'd be like, oh, that's cool. Where'd you get that from? Said, I got it from Brandon. This would happen. And we'd go somewhere to eat. And I said, man, I've never been here before. And they said, oh yeah, we were down here with Mom and Brandon last weekend. Like it just kept happening. And I broke down, man, because no man stopped for me when I was a kid. No man stopped for me. And the fact that they had that times two, that's where it came from. Like that was all happening around the time I made that video. I was talking about a lot of things in my life. That just happened to be the one where I was talking about that situation. I didn't know that so many people, that it will relate, to people in that way. I had no idea. I didn't even consider it brave to do. Like it was just cathartic for me to get it off my chest and get it. Once I got it out into the universe, I didn't have to carry it anymore. It was gone.
What kind of feedback have you gotten from that?
95% positive, absolutely positive. People essentially saying, it's all about the kids. Really, is mostly what it is. It's like it takes a village. That's probably the number one comment. Is it takes a village, and people just saying that man, if more women could be this way, if more of this could be that way, and I keep saying, like, I wasn't always that way. I didn't. The first couple of years, I barely talked to the guy. But to my children's mother's credit, she was always patient with me with it. She would every now and again, she said, Brandon wants to meet you, can you meet him? And I said, for what? What you marrying him or something? I was real arrogant, like, about this. And she said, okay, it's okay. Then after she got married to him, she said, Brandon wants to talk to you. And I said, what's the problem? Just my attitude just wasn't in a good place. But I come to the determination and understanding that men need other men to impress. And if those men you're trying to impress are good men, the better for you. the better for you. And they had one of those in him. And now when they're with their mom, I don't have to worry about my children, Dr. Freeman. You see what I'm saying? When they're away from me, I worry about them, but not anymore because I know Brandon over there. You see, it's just a huge weight off my shoulder as a person. I already felt bad enough it didn't work out with their mom. All of this self-loathing, self-victimizing stuff. And he doesn't even have children, And when he and I finally had that conversation, and we've had, subsequent to that, other conversations, he's, man, I've been waiting to talk to you. He's really open, like, man, I've been wanting to talk to you. I want to do this right. I don't want to step on your toes. I don't want, he was very forthcoming and really, we had a situation recently where he, typically it would be my children's mother that would reach out if it was any like discipline situations. Now he hits me directly. Say, hey man, I'm having this issue. You think we could talk? Absolutely. It really is a beautiful thing, man. Really, it's really, really cool. It's really, really cool. And then my son, my youngest son, he sees us all as a united front. We are his people. And we're doing everything we can to make sure he has the best possible chance that he can. And he's taking advantage of it, man. Just like my older son did. He's taking advantage of it.
We have some, let's see. Jason is saying, I'm a very active, loving step parent, and the kid's biological father always talks against me. He is interfering with my adopted family. Any suggestions?
Man, humility. Understanding that man is a person and he's dealing with unhealed trauma. And he's most likely using his ego to deal with that unhealed trauma. Look, man, we just people, right? Like, if you can for a second figure out how to have compassion, like, knowledge and understanding comes before the compassion. Like, that would be my advice. It's humility and try to have compassion for this guy's situation. Like, I know that it's probably really irritating, but those children are really watching how you respond when his name comes up, when they mention him. Like, they're watching, they're really watching. The energy shifts in the room. Like, if you have a problem, you got to figure out you have to understand all you know about this gentleman is all you know about him. There's more to him. It's not just that. He's got a whole story, and don't be afraid, especially if you love that woman and those children, man, don't be afraid to come in peace. Maybe you got to be the one to do it. Hey, listen, brother, can I just talk to you? Hey, look, I'm a man too, bro. I just want you to know I love your children. Like, humility is a superpower, man. It really is. Like, it really can't act as a superpower.
Now, thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jason, for that question. So when it comes to putting something like that out into the internet, do you ever have any thoughts of, wow, maybe I was a little too vulnerable? Was that too much?
Yes.
Any of that kind of?
Absolutely, because my content typically gets but prior to that, a couple hundred views, something. I no way in, like, no, like, nobody knows their stuff's gonna go viral. Like, nobody.
No,
nobody. There's no, you put it up there, it does what it does, and I watched it. I watched it in amazement. You understand? I watched it in amazement as this, and it's still going. Like, how this thing just took off, and okay, all right, and there it goes. And to me, it's like, look, maybe it's a little drop of goodness in the world. I'll take it. If that's what, a lot of people know me for, I'll take it. Awesome.
So using the term a failed family man, talk to me about the word failed.
Sure. So as a family man, as the leader of a family, I have failed at their job 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Due to a lack of mentorship, taking shortcuts, being a coward, lack of accountability. It just kept happening. You know, I've had 3 sets of families, and in each family there were children. Now, only in with my 2 sons, those are my only biological children.
Mm-hmm.
With the one, but the first marriage I was in, there was a child in that relationship. It wasn't my child, but you know, that child had to watch me walk away. You know, my children's mother, you know, those children had to watch me walk away. I was married again. You know, those children had to watch me walk away. You know, I was the man of 3 houses. And all 3 times I left the woman behind with children. And so that's why I call it failed family man. A lot of people mistook it for me saying I'm a failed father. I wasn't intending to make it seem like I was a failed father. It's me at the actual job of leading a household, at the actual job of providing and protecting and nurturing a family. I failed at those jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the whys I failed at the job is another thing, but I just did. I own it. Like it's what happened. You know, it was a job and I failed.
I got you. Okay, Jason's back again. He says, I only say good things about their biological father to my stepkids. He refuses to reciprocate, even though there is nothing I wouldn't do for them, while he does little or nothing.
Cash in on the children, man. As long as the children come out good. I mean, listen, you know, it was always a dice roll when you put yourself in a position where you got into a relationship with a woman that had children. It was always going to be a dice roll. It was never not a dice roll. It never was. Luckily for them, luckily for the children, you are this way, right? And I don't know you or them, but I'm sure they're better because of it. They're from a broken home as it is, you know, but they have the pleasure and delight of having you, you know, love on them. And what that man does with his own mind and his own pain journey, man, that has nothing to do with you. He has a whole life and a whole breadth of experience. What's happening with his children and you, that's just a little sliver of it. Like, so please understand, you know, people come from somewhere. They don't just show up, you know, in pain. They come from somewhere. There are things that make them think that way, experiences you don't know about. You know, you probably unknowingly filter a lot of what you understand about him through your wife. You know, how could you not, right? Like you probably know the bulk of what you know about him through her. You know, it's not like you guys are friends or whatever. You know, and if you've ever talked to a woman that broke up with a man, I've not talked to many women that have great reports about their exes. You know, I haven't. I mean, maybe others have. It's not a commonality, you know what I'm saying? You know.
Now, how has your definition of being a good dad changed over time?
It changed when I learned presence. Is that the most expensive thing I have to offer anyone is my attention and my presence. And now I offer that to my children. I'm there with them, whether it's in the car, in the room, at the game. I'm with my children. I lock in on my children. I'm interested in my children. When I can't, I say I can't, you know, and I am there with them. They are firmly aware that I got a job, and it is to get them to manhood. You know, after that, my understanding is that I become a consultant. This is what I'm told. I have one in college, but I'm told that it graduates to consultant, you know. Yeah. So right now it's getting them. I'm just, you know, they are able to do what they do in the world because they know that dad would break himself backwards to make sure that they are always safe, that they are always loved, and that they are they're not handled with the soft hands. Now it's not that, but they know that they know that they have a man in their life that is 100% with them, is what I'm trying to say. Like, they have me.
Mm-hmm.
And the earlier versions of me, I don't think I was more so career minded, is what I'm saying. I think I was more so filtering everything through my career.
Here's another question. When he has them and when they come home again, it takes weeks before they feel comfortable and again feel that I am their loving stepdad.
Yeah, man, it's called divorce and broken homes. Yeah, it's the gift that keeps on giving. When I'm telling you about children that are 20 and 14. When their mother and I split, they were like 9 and 3. This is years of cultivating this thing. But broken homes, this is what it is. Right? Like you have to live in this. You have to sit in this. This has lessons it needs to teach you. This is not easy. It's just not, man. People, once upon a time, that woman and that man got together, and they both had their own ideas of what the future would be like. And then there was a fallout of some sort. You wasn't even around. You weren't around when they both thought this was going to be forever. You weren't around. And now they're both dealing in the aftermath of what that is. I can tell you, when a man is not around his children, man, there's a lot of anxiety going on in that man, especially like me. Like, when you've been there from when they came out, there's a lot of anxiety when you don't know where your children are. You can't put your hands on them. You don't know what they're being told. You don't want them to be turned against you. Like I say all of that to say, everybody got to do their work. Everybody has to be devoted to their personal work. You have to forgive that man. You got to forgive that. I know that's tough. I know it's tough, but he's just a man. He's just a man that lost his family, bro. You know what I'm saying? And now his children they're in another family, but it's not his family anymore. You got to wish that man well. I know what I'm saying probably sounds foreign, but it's heavy on you, bro. Like, it's heavy on you. You gotta wish that man well and forgive that man and only speak good of that man. 15, 20 years from now, you'll be rewarded. I promise you, you'll be rewarded. You'll be happy you did those things. When the story is written and that was your truth, you're going to be happy that was your truth. Okay, you're going to be very happy. Fighting against the system and worrying yourself. Look, man, as long as those children are safe, as long as they know they're loved, that's all you can help, man. You cannot help, that other stuff. Yeah, children going back and forth. Yup. When you get divorced, yes, it's hurtful to them. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. And all of that was thought about when they broke up. But they decided breaking up was better. I'm not, it's no judgment. I did it too. I'm just saying, if people want to keep families together, then they'll keep families together and they'll avoid this. But when they don't, I did it. Once again, I did it. But when it happens, hey man, this is part of it. It's part of getting in a relationship with a woman with you. I'm a single man now. I'm getting to know a woman with the child. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I don't know. I think it'll be okay, but who knows? You're dealing with people and their children and their heart, bro. Like, it's a lot to it.
Wow. Folks, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, Mark, I want to ask you about your relationship with your father and how that informed everything. But
Sure.
One of the things that the people don't perhaps know about you, but if they check you out, you're a songwriter and a performer, producer, and very creative. I can go on and on. You've done some incredible stuff for me. and for another project, Black History 365. But we're going to take a break right now. We're going to hear a song that MRKSX wrote and performed called the Rosetta Clone. So let's go to that right now.
Have you ever heard the song about the Rosetta Clone? He started as a Rolling Stone, broke up and went out on his own. Rock star wherever he roams, with the face of the Rosetta Stone. Yes sir, I can sing whenever I want to sing. If I like that song, well now it belongs to me. And I can fix whatever I want to fix. Solving problems has offered me my stardom. Hey, there's a new guy in town. That is till word gets round. He's the chip of the old block, sold out shows whenever he's inbound. Said if you don't know his name, I bet you know his songs. As soon as I sing them once, you too will sing along. Imagine there's no hieroglyphics. Imagine. I'll bet you couldn't if you tried. I bet you couldn't. When you read like me, sky's the limit. Haha. Because Demotic and Greek is the reason why. Me. Have you ever heard the song? Yes, you have. About the Rosetta Clone. That's me. He started as a Rolling Stone, broke up and went out on his own. That's right. Rock star wherever he roams. That's right. With the face of the Rosetta Stone. Sing along. I can do what I wanna do. Whatever I want to do. And it's gonna be a bold discovery. Yeah. I can solve whatever I want to solve. I can take my time. Be patient. I can give my all. No, he's never won any awards, but he's number one and adored. Hard like granite on the inside. Some fly high, but he just slides. A true underground story, filled with the guts and the glory. Emotional songs you can feel to. Food for the broken-hearted to heal to. One is the loneliest number you'll ever view. I may look like another stone, but this pebble's just for you. CLONNE. Find out what it means to me. The world's greatest impersonator is him and him is me. You're welcome. Have you ever heard the song? Yes, you have. About the Rosetta Clone. That's me. He started as a Rolling Stone, broke up and went out on his own. That's right. Rock star wherever he roams. That's right. With the face of the Rosetta Stone. Sing along. Sir, I can sing whenever I want to sing. If I like that song, well now it belongs to me. I can know whatever I want and whatever I want to know. I love curiosity. I'm so curious. You know it's the key. Question. Have you ever heard the song? Yes, you have. About the Rosetta Clone. That's me. He started as a Rolling Stone, broke up and went out on his own. That's right. Rock star wherever he roams. That's right. With the face of the Rosetta Stone. Sing along. I can learn whatever I wanna learn. I want to learn. Always try to find out why. I can be whatever I'm meant to be. Got a clear view. I can see the sky is blue. Goodbye.
Well, there you have it.
Man, that song was so fun to make, man. That song was so fun to make, man.
Oh, man. That was incredible. It's brought to you by our sponsor, the Rosetta Universe. And Mark SX, MRKSX, wrote that, produced it. He came up with, the whole idea of the Rosetta Clone is that the Rosetta Clone is going to be the docent, the guide, the Sherpa, for especially young kids at the Rosetta Universe project initiative that we're putting together. And so when I put all that stuff in Mark's lap, Mark just said, I can do it. And then he put it all together, and I'm just blown away.
So fun. I haven't heard that in a while. I love that.
That's a great job. So go to the QR code above, and I think it's the second one down, number 2 in the link tree, Rosetta Universe. check it out. And you'll hear a couple more songs one's called The Key. Another one that MRKSX wrote and produced is, I said, I'd like to have a song that's 4 minutes long, approximately, that anyone who doesn't know about the Rosetta Stone project or the Rosetta Stone story, in 4 minutes, they'll learn about it. And Mark, man, you nailed it again and again and again. It's incredible.
Too. I learned a lot too. Like that to me, it was self-serving in that way. I learned a lot.
Well, let's turn a gentle corner here back to where we were discussing about the Confessions of a Failed Family Man. I think that's the title. Talk about your dad, if as much as you feel comfortable talking about the impact, your relationship with your own dad and how that informed you.
Sure. So my relationship with my father is completely healed. Me and my father have a fantastic relationship. I love my father inside and out. I accepted that my father is a man. He's a flawed man. He's a man that was raised by another flawed man. And you know, when when I was 2, my parents split up and he went to go have another family. You know, my father's been married to my stepmother for over 40 years. And he had another son and another daughter over there. But I grew up with a single woman, you know, trying to, you know, the two realities were just completely different. You know, that was 2-car garage, suburbs. You know, my father always kept a good job, you know, and I went to like 11 different public schools and was trying to figure it out, you know, really dealing with the streets of Detroit. And so I didn't see him often. When I was growing up, I'd see him kind of on and off. And even when he would come get me, he wouldn't spend a lot of time with me. He just kind of dropped me there with my step siblings and my stepmom, who are all great people. You know, they were all great people, and I have great relationships with them to this day. But without having the guidance in the moments, and let me boil it down to this. I boil it down to this. Without knowing what it feels like for someone to step between you and the world and say, not this one. Like, without ever knowing what that feels like from your father, you don't feel protected. Mm-hmm. You know, you're in, and it's traumatic, you know, and you respond to that in all types of unhealthy ways. And over the years, I've had to realize that that's what it was. Like that's why I was always so mad at him. You know, that's what it was. It wasn't because you didn't show up at this thing, that thing. No. It was because I never could count on you. I could never, but somebody was counting on you. You were out there being counted on, but I could never count on you. And he has his own reasons. He has his own pain. You know, he has his own story. He has his own relationship with my mother, right? And they had a love story too that failed, and it caused him to make the decisions that he made with the tools that he had to work with at the time. And so, you know, because he had his own family to concentrate on, months or even years could go by, and he, you know, we wouldn't have any contact. He's busy. He had a family, you know, and I'm bouncing around the city, man, trying to figure life out. And so, yeah, I did resent him. I did have problems. But a friend of mine named Derek, man, one of my best friends, lost his father when he was like 9. And after arguing with my father one day, Derek told me, he said, man, I wish I had my father, man. And that was the turning. I spent the next 15 years kicking that pink elephant out the room. I spent about 15 years. It was messy, man. It was messy. Me and that man looked at each other and cried a lot of times. You know, we went through it. You understand? But we got through it. And I could call my father right now, and he would answer the phone with pleasure in his voice. Hey, son. You know, I can't tell you how that feels. You know, like I got a father now. Like I got a dad, man. He helped me with something last week, you know, and I just call him. What's up, Pop? What's up, son? I just, hey, man, this is what's going on. I always wanted a dad. I'm telling you, man, when I speak on that forgiveness, When I talk about, like, it's some serious business, man. It's really serious. People are just people, man. They're having these human experiences. They mean well. I swear they do. They mean well. They just don't know how to get there, man. They just don't know how to get there. And your anger ain't helping. You know, and mine wasn't either. Like, my anger, my unforgiveness, it wasn't helping. So I'm comfortable sitting in the fact that no, my father wasn't really there for me when I was growing up, but he there for me now. And that's gonna have to be good enough. You know, and that's all right. Do I shed a tear from time to time when I'm doing things with my sons and I say, man, I wish I could have looked out in the crowd sometimes and seen my father? Yeah, it happens. But this is what happens when you break up homes. Like, man, this is part of it, man. I hate to say it that way, but it's true. This is the gift you give your children when you break their home up. It lives with them. They can go off and be great people, just like I went off and became a great person. But it lives with you, man. It's in there. It's in there. You can never totally rip it out. Like, it's a little pain that belongs to you, and you just kind of have to nurse it. And you know, you have to be that little kid's father for them. Like, you got to do it. You know.
Who made the first move in terms of healing? Was it you or your dad?
Me.
Or
it was me?
And can you kind of bring us into the room or on
Sure.
the phone call?
It was a phone call. No, it was a phone call. I was in the military still. And I called him on the phone, and I said, hey, listen, I can almost tell you verbatim what I said. I said, hey, listen, Dad, if you want a son, I want a father.
Huh. What a great opening. Wow.
And so
it's powerful.
And so if we can just like agree to make that the main thing, let's just like grab that and hold on to that. Let's grab that. And I'll hold on to mine and you'll hold on to yours. And that's what we did. You know, it took years to iron out because he had a lot of frustration about my mother. He didn't have access to my mother, you know, so all he had was, I was like, he was having a proxy war through me, you know, with all this pent up, you know, he wanted that young version of him to be understood. But that issue of him wanting the younger version of him to be understood has nothing to do with me. And it ain't got nothing to do with my mother. That's his thing. But if I wanted a father, I had to sit in that. I had to sit in it with him because I wanted a father. So I sat in it with him. I sat in it with him, man. I would call him from time to time. I said, you know what, Dad? I was thinking about that 19-year-old kid you was. I'm serious. I used to call him and say that. I was thinking about that guy, man. So he used to have that Thunderbird, right? And he said, yeah, man. I said, man, that guy was all right, man. He ain't know what he was doing. He ain't know what he was doing, Dad. And sometimes, man, he'll cry. You know, I said, man, it's cool, man. I love you, man. It's all right. You know, I wore it. I wore it with him. I wore it for him. I said, man, come on, man, let's go. I don't know how long I'm gonna have a father. I don't know. But whatever's left, I want it. I want every drop. I want all of it.
Was it how long a period was this? And to, I guess, speak to somebody who out there who's has a fractured relationship with their parent.
So I think it's
what are some insights and wisdom?
The insight is that these are journeys. That's what these are. These are journeys. These are not destinations, man. These are journeys, and pain is illogical. Pain don't work off logic. You know, pain is got scaffolding built around it that you can't see. Like pain is, you know, people have pain, man. They don't have the words for it, you know, and it looks like anger. It looks like frustration. It looks like all types of things, but it's really just pain that they don't know what to do with it. And then these people with pain have children. and you know, they get in a relationship with, and it's all pain. We don't have the tools, man. I scream to the hills, compassion, man. Compassion. I don't know if that's the answer, but I would bet my life it's got something to do with it. Like compassion is in there, man. We are all having a human experience. There's things about all of us that we don't know. There's pain we're dealing with that other people don't know. But the worst pain is the pain that we just don't have the words for. We don't have it. We try to use they don't work, is what I'm saying. They don't work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't, we all have it. It's a human, it's a thing. I believe it's ancestral, personally. I think it's the DNA of, you know, like we're all here via thousands of not millions of other people. I think buried within us is the pain of all of these people still living through us. And it can be very frustrating to have that. So I would say, man, the journey, like stick in there on the journey. Love is a choice, man. Like you can choose to love people.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't smell good. It doesn't look good, but it is a decision. And I promise you, if you do it, the story will favor you. I know it don't seem like it now. I know it don't seem like it now. But when the story's eventually told, because that's what we all become, a story. Everybody becomes a story. When your story is told, you will be better for it. You will be better for it. Healing will happen because of it, is what I'm saying. You know, you'll walk into rooms and people that used to know you by your pain won't know you anymore. It truly is a beautiful thing, man. It really is. It's hard work though, Dr. Freeman. Like it's hard work, man. On you. Like it's hard work. It is hard, man. I could talk about this all night long. It is hard work.
What was your rock bottom moment, if it was that, and what woke you up? And did you confront yourself, or did someone else confront you?
Heartbreak. Heartbreak. My childhood trauma converted into, I know how to fix this. I'll be famous. That's what happened. I said, I'll go be famous in music. That's how I'm going to do my thing. So I filtered all my decisions through the lens of being successful in music. That's what I did. So whoever I had to hurt, my children included, got hurt. And then I got hurt. I wound up getting hurt.
Wow.
And that was the rock bottom. When I turned around and I looked at the mess I made, I couldn't believe I made people feel like this. I couldn't believe it. I called myself a good person. I called myself somebody that was thoughtful. I made people feel like this. Oh my God. This cannot come through me again. Like I cannot be in the hurt business anymore. You know, and man, that was the best teacher I ever had. Like it was that teacher taught me that that's what pain comes to do. Pain comes to teach you. If you are in pain, listen. You are listening, okay? When you are hurting, you are listening. Tune in, man. The lessons are there. And for me, that's what it was. I got hurt, man. I got my heart broke. You know, I was in a family. I was really trying to make it work. I'm gonna do this, family. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do right. And I was showed to the door, man. Hey, you know, services is no longer needed. You know, after a decade. And I had to tuck my tail, man, and figure it out, you know, and then I trained for a marathon, so, and that helped a lot too. Lots of running, lots of moving, lots of, you know, one thing about running marathons. I know you didn't ask me about a marathon, but one thing about running marathons is it takes a long time to do. Right? Yeah,
it's to prepare for. Yeah.
But 90% of the preparation is here. People probably think it's the money, which it is, but do you have any idea how bored it is to be running nonstop for 4 hours? It's really bored. You know, there's only so much in the zone. You know what I mean? Like, so much, dude. It's a long time. And so you learn the art of patience, one step at a time, one breath at a time. You learn it. You just keep putting the moments. Notice I didn't say days. You just keep putting the moments together. You just keep stitching them together. Am I all right in this moment? Yep, keep stitching. How about now? Yep, just keep stitching. You look up, it's been 2 days. Keep stitching. You look up, it's been a year. Keep stitching. See what I'm just keep putting them together. Just keep putting them together, man. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. Just take care of you right now. You okay? I'm okay. Are you being virtuous? I'm being virtuous. Okay, hang in there, man. Just keep stitching it together. and then you look up one day, and you say, I'll be doggone, man. I'm all right. Wow. I didn't think I could make it through that. Clear on the other side, you know? Wow, man. It's like magical almost. You know, it's magic, man. I can't believe I see my son's stepfather and I'm happy. Hey, Brandon, what's up, man? Are you kidding me? Me? Crazy. Crazy, but I am.
Wow. What part did faith, therapy, community play in all of this?
The answer is yes. All of it. Yes. Yes. Faith, community, all of it. Yes, sir. I did therapy. I was in therapy. I was in group therapy. I had one-on-one therapy, you know, for sure. My mother, oh man, chef's kiss, man. My mother bothered me to no end. She would not let me fall. You understand? She called me every day, man. Every day. I could cry about this. This woman would not let me fall. She didn't care that she was getting on my nerves. She would not let me fall, man. She would not let me think I was alone. She would not do it. She wouldn't do it. She wouldn't do it, man. She wouldn't do it. She said, okay, back on the job. She got right on it. She was right on it. You know, you okay? You all right? You okay? You all right? Like it was, man. I'm like, yeah. But the truth is, man, I needed it. I needed that love. I needed to feel cared about. My friends, I got like 4 or 5 male friends that just poured into me. You know, just poured into me, man. And guys that, you know, I didn't have any money, man. I had friends that was, hey man, go get yourself some dinner. They just send me some money. Like I had good people around me, but these are relationships I built up and cultivated, you know, over the years. And they caught me, man. They caught me because I was falling. They caught me. They said, man, I'm telling you, man, it was like they caught me. They caught me. They said, we love you. We love you. This sucks. But we love you. Okay? That's okay. You know, we love you, man. We love you. You know, my oldest son, I told my oldest son, I said, man, your pops is trying to get it together. And he said, man, I think you already got it together, you know? He said, man, I'm so happy, you know? And I said, really, man? He said, yeah. Man, it meant the world to me. You know, it meant the world to me. That victim is, he's in there, man. He's in there. He's talking to you. It's over. You know, he's there. He's talking. He's loud too. He's loud. He's really loud. And the people around you, man, they slap the victim out of the way. They say, no, you're okay, man. We love you. We love you. We love you. It's okay. It's okay. Cry. You want to cry? I've had friends, man. I've cried. I've called them screaming. They just listen to me. You know, just sit on the phone with me. You okay? Yeah, man, I'm all right. You know, back to it. You know, yeah, man. It's real. It's real. I am on the other side of it though. Like I'm over here now, man. And it's beautiful over here. It's beautiful over here.
Mark, we've got about 45 seconds left. But if you could, what would you say to your younger self?
No need to be in a rush, bro. No need to be in a rush. You ain't going nowhere, man.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. We have someone, Pauline says, great show. I have the most wonderful husband and stepfather to my kids, and their biological father took 5 years to accept my husband and appreciate his care and love for his kids. Thank you, Pauline.
Thank you, Pauline.
Mark, I can't tell you how much I've appreciated this. Your vulnerability, your honesty, your transparency. It's breathtaking and it's wonderful. It's a beautiful thing.
Thank you, sir.
And I count you as a friend, and I'm honored by it. Next week, we've got Steve Fitzhugh with us on the show, and former NFL player. You're going to love the show. It's a wonderful thing to meet with you and be with you on a regular basis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Eebity, that's all, folks.
You have just experienced another episode of the Mischief Maker broadcast. Hit the subscribe button. Connect at chiefmischiefmaker.com. Thanks for coming along for the ride. And hopefully, you are now a bit closer to becoming a mischief maker in your part of the world.